Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Aditya, and this is the continuing series where I'm talking about Launchbase, my new project. If you're watching one of these videos for the first time, I'm going to have some content in the description and a link to the first concept video where you can watch that and get an idea of what it is I'm trying to achieve over here. But I just want to get right into the demo today. I've done quite a lot of changes, and I actually wanted to push out a video yesterday, but I had a lot of issues recording, so hopefully this one works fine. And let's just get started with the demo. So I have quite a few changes, so I'm just going to look at the GitHub commit side by side so that I don't miss out any major change. So the first change is concerning redirects, and this is especially when you're not logged in. So as you can see right now, I'm logged out. I need to log back in to access a lot of the pages. So when I do try to go to one of the pages, let's say someone sends you a URL, right? Someone sends you maybe your profile or an what their idea they want to share it with you, and they're sending you the link. You open the link, but because you're not logged in, it doesn't work. So rather than directly redirecting you to the login page, I have a query parameter attached to it. So let's say I'm trying to view my own profile, right? It realizes I'm not logged in and it redirects me back to the login page. But along with that, we have this redirect query parameter with that URL. So rather than always going to one default page, we can go back to the exact page that you were supposed to go to. So now I'm going to show you what happens. So I'm going to log in with my email account. It's going to send the code. I should get the code right now. This is how it looks. I'm going to copy the one-time password, magic code, which I called it, and takes us back to this page instead of a standard default page. So that's the first set of changes. So this one, when productive page is loaded, redirect with the query parameter. That one, clicking and login and sign up, retains a query string that is basically, um, you know, let's go to a different page. Localhost, backstage, for example, we have this. So now when I click on sign up, it retains the same query parameter, even though we go to the sign up page. You can see over here, it gets retained. I go back, it gets retained again. So that's how that works, because if this wasn't there, right, if it was like this, then when you go to log in or sign up, nothing's there. But when the query parameter is there, we retain that. So that was this commit. And then when you actually click on the login or sign up button, notice that the query parameter is set and redirect to the corresponding URL which I showed to you. Now I'm going to move on to this one, which is the update get profile endpoint. So unfortunately, I need to log in again over here. Please bear with me. I'm going to enter my email ID. And no, actually, I'm going to use one of my test emails. Let's say, actually, I need to create a new one. So let's say Ajay Vinod, do so brand new test email, let's say test3 @gmail.com. So I'm creating a brand new account over here just to show you the demo. So let's take that, enter. Okay, brand new. Now when I go and click on backstage and go to my profile page, I make a get request and get all the profile details. So if the profile is empty, new account, first time you're creating, it's going to send me back a status of profile incomplete, and I can show this warning message, and once it is complete, I will get back the actual data. Now I needed this in one more area. When you create a new idea, again, I want to check if your profile is complete, because only if your profile is complete, I want to allow you to actually create the idea. I showed you this page before. I showed you, the implementation, how it actually works. But this error message, this warning message wasn't ready yet. So this is one of the changes I did recently. And to show this warning message, I want to make a small change to the API. So whether, regardless of your profile being complete or not, all I want to know is it complete or not, that status. So if your profile is complete, I don't want to get back all the data of your profile. I just want to know, is it true or false, just a boolean. So what I did was, I could go to the code, but I'm going to keep that for later. So I modify the API so that we have this only query parameter. So if I only want to know the completion status, it ignores sending all the data. It just sends me that boolean, true or false. So that is helpful for this page. And because it's a new user, it realizes that it's new. It asks us to click here to update the profile. We can do over here. Click on that. It takes us back to this page, and we can complete it. I'll go back to the other user to show you that once a profile is complete, this warning goes away. And by the way, if you try to hit enter, we have this error too. So again, in the backend also, we do this validation one more time. So that was the reason I updated the get profile endpoint. Then show warning message to check profile completion. I showed you that. That is this yellow warning message. Then here, update create idea endpoint to check if profile is complete. That is this error basically. So this is, we check the moment you load the page, we check this. But even let's say you ignore the warning message and try to submit, we still do a validation of the backend, and we throw this error telling you have to complete your profile before actually creating the idea. So that is this. Then removed unnecessary console logs such as some housekeeping on my side. Removed all those unused console log statements that I employed when I was testing the API. Then create get idea invite details endpoint. So for this, what I'm going to do is log out, log in using my normal account. Um, Hopefully, you don't have to keep logging in so many times. Copy the code. So let's open up this draft, and in this draft I can see that we have some information, a name, no description, no actual explanation, no links. We can add a couple of links if we want. Anyways, I showed you the demo of all these features. But so what happens when you actually accept the invite? I didn't show you how the accepting works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an invite to my new test user. So that will be Aditya Vinod 22 plus test3 at gmail.com. So anyways, all of these test emails, they come to my same inbox, same email ID. They all get redirected or routed to the same email. So technically the email that I give over here doesn't matter. Only the email that I'm logged in with when I accept the invite, that's what's important. But anyways, just to keep things consistent, to help you understand, I'm going to add this email, hit send invite. So we have a new pending invite, and what I'm going to do is show you how that looks. Okay, we can see new idea invite. Hi, you have been invited to join as a team member of a new idea on Launchbase. Please click on the link to accept the invite. So I'm going to show you what happens. So I click on the link, and then it asks us, do you want to accept the invite? Are you sure? If I click yes, see what happens. You're already a member of this idea. So I just showed you this is how it looks. I'm the one who created the idea. I can see that I'm an admin, right? It doesn't matter, admin, member, whatever, I'm already part of the idea. So it notices that and it throws this error. Now what I'm going to do is log out, and I'm going to log in with that new test user. 22 plus test3 at gmail.com, and the code, sorry, here. Okay, we're in. Now I'm going to close this, go back and accept the invite again. Click on that link one more time. And now if I click on yes, I'm going to get another error because the profile is not complete. So as usual, we have this link over here. You can go here, complete the profile, and then go back. Now for testing sakes, I'm not going to do this right here because um, no, I think I could do it. It's just I need to keep creating more users. So let's quickly do this. Um, let's say test 3 handle testing 3. copying, update. So profile updated. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit yes again. Everything works. Now we have three members. The first, the two users you saw already, my main user, this testing 2 user, and now this testing 3 user. Now everything else works as always. I can try to change the member role, but it's not going to work because I'm not an admin. But if I do log out, go to this user and then try and change it, it should work again. So that was the accept invite feature. So that's what I worked on, and this is how it looks. So hopefully that gave you some clarity, and hopefully the demo helped. So this is my progress for now. I'm going to log out, and that's it. So what I'm going to do is switch over to the code so that any of the developers, if you're interested, if you want to follow along or maybe contribute, you can get some idea too. So I'm just going to clear up everything over here and explain a couple of the changes. So let's see, where do we start? There were a lot of changes. Mm, So first was the redirect, right? So let's start over there. I'm going to go into assets, login.js. So what you can see is this. Where is it? I think it's this. No, not this. Basically any other page. Let's go to this page, for example. Yeah. So before, what we are doing is the moment we realize there's no token stored in local storage, I directly redirected them to the login page. Now what I'm doing is I am adding this redirect query parameter you can see over here, and adding this current URL which I can get through window.location.href. So this is how I basically handle redirects. Whenever you're logged out and we need to redirect them to the login page, just append this to the URL. So this basically on all the JavaScript files, every page I've added this on. Then we go to the login page. So on the login page, I first get that query parameter using these two lines. Then what I'm going to do is when I actually log the user in and I'm about to redirect them to one of the inside pages, I checked if that redirect property is there. If it is, I'm going to redirect them to that particular URL. If not, I'm going to redirect them to the default just an idea page. Pretty straightforward. Same logic is there in the sign up page. So that's how I handled redirects. Then what else am I missing? Let's go back to the comments. That's redirects. Then I said I updated the get profile endpoint. Let's do that. Get profile, right? So that's profile. Yeah, this one. Yeah, yeah. So here what I did was I added an option for you to use a query parameter, the only query parameter. So that's basically, I'll show you how it looks. It'll be like, so usually we just make a request to slash profile, get request like this. So now you can say use a question mark only equals, and you can say, I don't know, um, we only accept one option now, which is completion status. So if we have this query parameter only equals completion status, then I'm not going to send back the full data, just this is complete boolean. So I modified this API like this. Um, Pretty small change, but that was something I did. Then showing the warning message in the create idea page. So that will be new idea, yeah, this one. So before there was no fetch request being made on page load. Now the moment the page loads, I make this request, and you can see how I'm making the get profile request with this query parameter. Send the method as get headers, the authorization headers, and then if there is some error, it's the only possible error is an unauthorized error. Basically, the user doesn't have access, so we log them out, tell them to log back in. If not, and we realize that this is complete boolean is true, then I'm going to show this warning message, the yellow warning message that you saw. So that is this logic. And I just edited these error messages. So now we have this new error message, profile incomplete. And if it is there, I'm just going to display that error accordingly. So that was the only small change in this page. Nothing else there here. That's this commit. Then those are these two. This is basically nothing, just some housekeeping. You can check out the commit itself. Then the actual accept invite. So the accept invite, you know, what do you call it, the API, that was already before. I think I made some minor changes, maybe a couple of bug fixes, or I updated these error codes. But apart from that, I didn't touch this. The API was already ready. This, let's see, yeah, this is new. So basically, we're accepting the invite. Yeah, you can accept it, but before you accept the invite, I was guessing that people would expect to at least know what is the name of the idea that they're joining. You don't want to join random invites from people. So that is the basic information that they would want to see. So I created this endpoint where you give us that invite token, we decode the token, and we check first if it's valid or not. If it's not valid, we just throw an error. If it is valid, we get that corresponding idea and return the idea's name. So this is the first request that we make on the accept invite page. I'll show you that page, by the way. That is this page, and this is the JavaScript file. So I'll show you that page in a short while, but this is the endpoint for that. And once we show that, if they do say yes, okay, I do want to accept the invite, thumbs up, then we hit this endpoint. So this I think I would have demoed already, not sure, but anyways, this is there in one of the old comments. I didn't change this yet. So this is the accept invite HTML page. This was brand new, pretty straightforward, very empty file. You just all the content is over here, and this is the JavaScript for that. So right at the top, we make this fetch request to get that particular invite details. All we need is basically the name. So once we do get that name, we edit the DOM. I started using this kind of format. I just say HTML and basically type the entire HTML in a string. Before, if the DOM manipulation was very minor, not a lot, I used to literally create everything in JavaScript. So say document.create element and then text content class list dot add remove. I was doing everything line by line the proper JavaScript way. But then once the manipulation became quite large, I thought it's just better for me to use a large string based on the HTML. So that's how I did this. And anyways, this syntax should be quite similar to the ones that you've seen in the previous pages, especially with the confirm dialog. But this is what I've done anyways. So you can see somewhere here that I don't know, do you want to accept this invite? Somewhere over here, I should be able to show you where I I get the name and insert that. I just don't know where exactly. You have been invited. Yeah, here it is. There the name. You have been invited to, and then from that request we get that name, and then just add all this HTML and then append it to the content div. These error messages I've taken from the API. Um, let's see what else. Accept invite. This is when you actually say yes and click on the accept invite. And yeah, that's it. So that wraps up changes for today. That was quite a lot of um, changes. But anyways, I still have a couple of stuff left. So this is kind of my to-do list, list of tasks that I have. One thing that I realized I forgot to do is, even though when you let's say accept an invite, we throw the error message saying you need to complete your profile. When you go to that profile page and click on the submit button, it doesn't take us back to the accept invite page. So that's something I forgot to do. I'm going to be working on that today. And if I don't have anything else, I might be doing some minor cleanup work like some of the stuff on this list, or I'll just start working on the published ideas page, either one. So that wraps up the video. I'm going to close everything for today. As always, I'm just going to close the few words. Your comments, suggestions, feedbacks, they're are greatly appreciated. So whether in the YouTube comments, social media, my email, however it is, I would be expecting you to provide your feedback. If any of you want, are interested in what I'm doing and you want to get involved, please reach out to me. And I hope I'll get the next video out as soon as possible. So as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.